So your staff are leaving, or they could be ready to leave. And my question to you is, do you even have any idea the signs that you need to be watching out for? Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become more confident leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, plus a new membership. You got 2 more days to sign up, if that makes any sense. I was reading an article on HDR.com, and they talked about 10 signs that we need to pay attention to with our staff to kind of have an idea that they may be on the out. And if you think your team is getting ready to exit, I've got an action plan. Stay till the end. That's not the action plan. The action plan is at the end. First, again, these are all things that, you see 1, you see 2, you see 3. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're on their way out, but you see all 10. You better no, you can't lock the door, but you better pay attention. The first one is your employee, let's not say all employees, but you have an employee who all of a sudden is taking a lot of personal days. So does this mean that they're moving on? No, of course not, because maybe there's something going on in their life. Maybe there's things that they need to handle and they just have to use these sick days. On the flip side, it's, again, something that you need to pay attention to, because if it's not normal, maybe they got burnout. Maybe they're just fed up with work. Next, pay attention to this employee. Are they distracted? Are they unmotivated? Does it seem like they're not with you? That's a sign. Ignoring emails, especially if you have somebody who's really good at getting back to emails in a timely manner, but all of a sudden it's like everything's kind of going by the wayside. That's a sign they may be getting ready to pack their bags and get out of Dodge. What if your employee all of a sudden is kind of negative towards management, negative towards their team? I've seen many people that when they're ready to quit or they've already lined up another job, it's kind of like a F you, you're okay, but F you, and they get brave because they're thinking they're out of there. They don't want to pay attention. They don't care. I'm letting you know what I think of you before I lose that opportunity. Maybe they're spending more time on their phone. Now, of course, there may be jobs where they have to be on their phone. Obviously, they're sales or whatnot, but they're on Facebook or they're on some other social network, which is a sign, but we'll save that for a second. Does this employee find reasons not to be on long-term projects? This is something that you want to pay attention to, because if they're thinking they're on their way out, they don't want anything slowing that process down. They also may be very caring for the team and say, I don't want to take on this work, but I'm not taking on this work. So it's something, again, just to pay attention to. Maybe they no longer listen to instructions. This is good to pick up on if you have like that all-star employee who's always on the ball, but now it's like, did you hear what I said? Did you understand what I'm asking of you? And they're just not caring. What if there's a promotion coming up or a new position being created and this person's the go-to, like that, they're the fan favorite, yet they don't want it? And it's not everybody wants a promotion, not everybody needs it or is, kind of wanting to take on the baggage that may or may not come with it. But if you think this person would be a perfect fit and has been looking to move up, where all of a sudden it's not the goal anymore, it's a sign. Gossip. If you've watched my channel for a minute, you know I hate gossip. But sometimes the people that are on the way out, they kind of plant seeds. They start the gossip. They involve themselves more in the gossip. Again, pay attention to the gossip. That social network that I was telling you they may be searching on their phone, LinkedIn. If you find that they're more active on LinkedIn, there's a good chance they're active because they're looking for another job or they're speaking with headhunters through the app. Now, are you screwed if you got somebody with all 10 of these? Yeah, they're probably moving on. But what could you do? What if this situation arose and somebody's getting ready to leave? What can you do? First, what you definitely have within your power is set up a time for a one-on-one meeting. Maybe this person is looking to move on, but they haven't found the spot. They haven't been hired anywhere. Now is your opportunity to try to make amends, or at least try to understand what's going on. Have they been overloaded? Are they not fulfilled? What are the gaps that they're missing? And try to, listen, I ain't gonna tell you to kiss nobody's butt, If they want to move on, it's time for them to move on, because I know when I've made a decision that it's my turn to move on, I gotta go. At the same time, a discussion can help you see things that maybe you didn't see before. And maybe if you can't keep this employee, you can learn from them. You can figure out things that you or your company or your direct supervisor, that somebody could do better or could fix. Now, moving forward, how do you keep your team from moving on? Well, first, let me tell you, if somebody's ready to go, like I said, they're ready to go. But everybody else, a lot of things come down to creature comfort. Make sure you acknowledge your employees. I've emphasized this on like most videos. One, saying please and thank you. It's huge. It's respect. It's treating people with dignity as they have a heart and a pulse and they're breathing people. Acknowledge them. And if somebody has done something, they've gone above and beyond, or a project they worked on was like blew the customer away, that is stuff that you, as their direct supervisor, you need to acknowledge. You need to say thank you. You need to say, wow, this was amazing. Another thing you can do to keep your current employees is when you have these one-on-one meetings, and I hope that you're not saving your one-on-one meetings until the annual review. I hope once a month you're just having a little powwow, a little chit chat. And as you're talking to them, you want to know what their future plans are. Is there a spot for them in the company that they can grow into? Even if it's leaving your department, can you help them develop the skill set to move up in the company, in the corporation? That is something that people are really attached to. Nobody really wants to move. Nobody really wants to get a new job, make new friends, learn the ropes again, at least in my experience. So if you can help them stay comfortable, but see what the future can hold, that is going to help keep a lot of your staff on board. And I would also say that in these meetings and in, just getting coffee, that you're getting to know them personally. And I'm not saying that you're best friends, and I'm not saying that all of a sudden you're going to go over and watch their kids for them and stuff like that, but get to know like what are they about, and share what you're about. Share some troubles that you're having. I mean, don't get too personal, but share what's going on in your world. Build a connection. People will work longer and harder for the people that they like. So if there's a connection of hobbies that you share or family situations that you're both kind of dealing with, maybe you both have young kids, or maybe you both have old kids, or maybe you both have parents living with you, there's a bond that's created by sharing just a little bit more than the basic office pleasantries. And finally, I want you to understand this. People will leave their job because of a pain point. You need to find out, what is that pain? Is that pain point you? Are you their problem? Because people will leave bad managers. Now, I know you're watching this video, and I know you've strongly considered, and you've probably already signed up to be one of the founding members of the No Nonsense Leadership Academy. That closes in 2 days from this published video. But understand that if you can alleviate these pains and make it more comfortable to stay than to leave, you're going to keep more staff. Nobody, like I said before, nobody really wants to get a new job. They don't want to start over. They don't want to make new friends. They don't want to talk to new people. They want to be comfortable. So the fact that they would go through the pain of getting a new job means that the pain at work hurts more. So find out what your pain points are at work. And then you get to enjoy your staff forever and ever, and they're never going to leave. Okay, get your coffee. Let's go to the next one. Ciao.